Well, it's as everybody says, just get that first one out of the way, but love the approach of our team today. I've talked all year long. Those of you that've been around us, just the maturity level of these 5 seniors and how they just seem to handle everything that's thrown at them. And I thought today was another example of that, of ready to play right from the start. And had a great start, and then App State, responded, and then to see how, it didn't really rattle them. Once again, they seemed to handle it, and then just business-like, separate the score a little bit. So was really pleased with our defense because, App State can really score. They can put up a lot of points, and through 3 quarters, I think we'd held them to 39 points. That was a really good effort on our part defensively. And then obviously, I'm sure I'll get questions later, but the performance by Gamble, pretty amazing. Just 1 assist shy of a triple-double. She was something else. Khadija, once again, double-figure scoring, 7 rebounds, ends up with 5 assists. So, these 2 players next to me are first-team all-conference for a reason.
This time we'll open it up to questions for the student athletes only. Please wait for a microphone and identify yourself by name and media outlet.
JC, Red Wolf Roll Call. Ladies, how does it feel to just come out and get this first one out of the way?
It's refreshing, kind of get to breathe a little more, get all the nerves out of the way, and just, it feels good to get the first one out of the way.
Aundrea, anything to add?
I just think that, we've been here before, and I wouldn't say that we would have had nerves this game, but it's really good to just get this one out the way.
Next question on this side to the right.
Troy Schulte, Arkansas Democrat Gazette. Girl, you guys played them less than a week ago, and that game kind of lingered into the third quarter. I mean, was there any emphasis to really just kind of take control pretty quick and kind of make it so you guys aren't really kind of stressed out at all in the second half? Was that talked about at all today? Or?
I mean, we just wanted to go into that game and make sure we box out and rebound and get going in transition. Our transition defense was really poor whenever we played them last, so we had a few things to fix, but we fixed them this game.
And Khadija, anything to add for that question?
No, sir. I agree with Dre. Our transition defense, like she said, was poor at their place, and I feel like we did a way better job of that today.
Same spot right here in the front. Oh, sorry. Back to the back left.
Aundrea, you guys started out of the gate hot, and then all of a sudden they took an early lead. Then you went on a 10-2 run by yourself. Did you put the team on your shoulders? Was there something said during the timeout, I think, when Appy State took the timeout, but you went on a 10-2 run all by yourself?
I just, like Coach Boris said, we don't really let things rattle us. It doesn't have anything to do with me just going to put the team on my back. It's just me reading the defense and taking what they give me.
We'll go back to Troy here on the right.
For both of you, you mentioned your guys' transition defense being better today. I mean, but what about you guys in transition on offense? I mean, obviously that's something you guys have been so good at all year and in years past. I mean, just kind of take me through kind of how you guys are feeling and flowing when you guys are getting out and running and just being able to kind of play the way you guys want to play.
I feel like it's good for us when we can get out and run in transition because it feeds off of our defense and it gets our offense going. And then when we play good in transition, then we can get back and that fuels us even more on defense.
For both you guys, obviously being seniors, you've been here before. Was there any pressure or anything at all for this first game, knowing that, this is your last time here?
I mean, I'm sure everybody else, is trying to put the pressure on us. But like we said, we've been here before. All we had to do is just come out and play the best of our ability, and that's what we did tonight. Well,
we have one more on the right now.
And Aundrea, did you have any idea how close you were to the triple-double? I mean, would that have been, that's one of the few things you probably, I don't know if you've done since you've been there. I know you haven't this year, but was that something in your mind, or did you know that as you were going on? Or?
Well, whenever I came out, Coach D had told me that I was 1 rebound shy of getting a double-double, but whenever I went in, she said that I had 6 assists, and she had no idea that I would come in and get 2 straight assists back-to-back, but I wasn't sure.
We have one last question for the athletes in the back left.
Coach, what did you like out of it? Was there something that you liked?
Hold on for 1 minute. We're going for the student athletes only right now. Are we good with questions for the student athletes? Okay, we can have you guys dismissed. You can head back to the locker room now. Congratulations.
Good job.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. Wait for the mic, too, on the... And go ahead. We can start with that question in the back left. You got the mic for him.
Coach, what stood out? I know you said in the opening statement that you wanted to just get that first one under your belt, but what did you like besides Aundrea's game, shy of a triple-double? What were some of the things? Was it the transition that picked up or the defense?
Well, it started on the defensive end, and I thought right from the start we were flying around, and we made some mistakes, part of because we were so aggressive, Jones, what a game she had, and she really just kind of took it on her shoulders, just driving, and we didn't do a great job of helping on her, but outside of that, I mean, we were really in passing lanes and getting some steals, forcing turnovers, and when we do that, that's when we're able to play. I mean, again. I'll take my team with anybody in the country when it comes to transition. When you've got the ball in Gamble's hands and you've got shooters like Jess and Khadija and Lawson can run. So when we're able to get in the open court, we're pretty good. And today we were able to do that because of our defense.
Coach, once again, we talked about this 3 or 4 weeks now. Brittany Gill, rebounding, just out of nowhere, just coming in there. And that's what you expect of her. But today, I mean, she just seems like she was in there all the time on the boards.
Yeah, she was. And, again, a lot of that is just her just natural instincts. She does a great job of reading the ball, and she's very quick. But at the same time, part of it was a little bit of a strategic part of it, too. And because of the way they run their matchup zone and they switch, it's easy to lose people. And with Gil, we kept talking to her about just find some areas, flash inside, find some open areas, and she did a really good job of that. I thought, it's unfortunate that she fouled out, but what a great game by Brittany Gill. Not only the rebounding, but just defense. She was disappointed Saturday because she got quick fouls up at App State, was not able to play her game. She was really good today.
Move to the left.
Coach, with the fight that they put up on Saturday and then coming in to face them yet again, how important was that quick start? I mean, I know they responded, but it seemed like confidence-wise it was really good to get that 7-0 start.
I think I think that's what these tournaments, I think it's really important regardless of just to because while I can sit here and talk about seniors and experience all that stuff, you can't help to not have a little bit of energy and also with the routine of the tournaments, with the awards and all that stuff, there's a lot of standing and waiting and just anticipation. So when it finally goes up, it's just, and that can go one or two ways. You can make a lot of mistakes. It went really well for us. We handled it the right way today.
Going to the right for Troy.
Again, on your transition offense, that you seem to almost kind of get frustrated when you guys don't finish at times today. I mean, even when you guys are flowing pretty well. I mean, is that just kind of in the moment, kind of in the game sort of thing, or do you just kind of realize how important that is to really kind of what you guys do and to get you guys going?
Well, again, we're a team that likes to get in the open court, and when we're able to do that, that's when we're at our best. And again, we had a lot of opportunities today, and again, that was an emphasis of ours against Apt was, if we could just get it really out and run and our post run. And we made some mistakes. We didn't finish sometimes and made a couple turnovers. But the effort and the attack mode offensively was really good today. Very good.
Coach, you've been fortunate throughout the season to be able to get a lot of your bench players some clock. And today you were able to do that again. How important was that for some of the younger ladies to get some of this tournament experience just in case down the road?
Yeah, you never know, and again, a few weeks down the road, these seniors are going to be gone, and these players, and so it's good. It's I know Khadija and Aundrea, they play a lot of minutes, but anytime we can keep them from going 40, I think that's a good thing for us. And I'm proud of that group that came off the bench. That's a tough deal. It's a tough deal to go out there like that. But they played hard, and they played hard throughout that whole fourth quarter while they were out there.
One last question.
Just the significance on the 26th win. I think that's a school record, if I'm not mistaken there.
Well, the significance, I guess, is, once again, you had to remind me. So that's but again, when this is all said and done, that's a pretty amazing feat to do that. Because there's, you know, there's been some good basketball at Arkansas State, and this is well before me when Jerry Ann Winters was there and Jeff Mitty was there, and you know, there's been a lot of really good women's basketball at Arkansas State. So to be able to win one more than anybody else could, that says a lot for this team. It says a lot for them.
I thought Arkansas State played an exceptional basketball game. You know, going into today's game, we knew that player for player, this is not a matchup for us, and we knew the only way we could keep ourselves in the game is if we brought an effort and then a second effort. And unfortunately, their effort outmatched ours. I thought Brittany Gill, you know, she's a little bit. There's a lot of hype around Aundrea Gamble and Brown-Haywood, but I thought her intensity on defense just set the tone for them, and her ability to just crash the boards, and they really threw a really strong punch at us.
Go ahead. We'll go to Troy right here in the front.
Coach, you guys played them a week ago, and you know, the thing was close through the third quarter, and I would imagine you thought you guys played pretty well offensively. I mean, but what did you think it would have to take to really kind of stay with them the whole game offensively tonight? I mean, what type of offensive effort did you think you guys were going to have to kind of bring out here tonight?
I thought we were gonna need to do a better job with second chance points. Although we played with them in Boone, we were limited in that game to 4 second chance points. We played them at their place. We had 17, so we were looking to try to get multiple opportunities. And when you crash the boards and you're able to get some second chance points, hopefully that helps you with your transition defense. And unfortunately, we weren't getting to the glass, and we didn't do a great job of getting back.
I think Maddie had 22 at your place, and you know, tonight she's scoreless. I mean, could you tell from the beginning they were trying to, you know, kind of take her out of it, or was it something else that kind of took her out of the game tonight?
I think for Maddie and for my team that Arkansas State showed us some respect in terms of when you've got a matchup in a triangle and 2 against the 8th seed. I think that they were sending a message that they weren't going to allow Maddie Story and some of our other players to get off, and it worked. You know, credit them for making an adjustment, but and I think with us playing them so close and Maddie having such a game that it was a great adjustment to throw at us and force other players to have to score the basketball.
Good. Thank you very much, Coach.
You're welcome.